The second cause of death in Spain is cancer. Thus, it has become one of the first priorities in biomedical research. Each day, the understanding of how and why a tumor evolves grows through step-by-step research. In this manner, new ways to overcome cancer are found and developed. A new project, the Clinical Research Program advanced by CNIO, pioneer in Spain, will further the understanding and treatment of this illness group that is called cancer. CNIO has been our country's leader, taking further the research into our knowledge of cancer.
Desde el primer momento, nuestro plan estratégico fue construir un centro integral de cáncer, que abarcara desde las investigaciones más básicas de cómo una célula normal se convierte en célula tumoral hasta su aplicación al paciente.
Even though it was founded in 1998, it is not until 4 years later that it begins its work. The new headquarters are integrated into the old Hospital Victoria Eugenia, located at the campus of the Instituto de Salud Carlos III, and which was adapted to the needs of the new center. Although it was established by the Ministerio de Sanidad y Consumo, CNIO has been merged with the Ministerio de Ciencia e Innovación since the spring of 2008. Through these years, CNIO has become the most productive center in Spain according to surveys in the most important international scientific publications. Nowadays, more than 500 researchers work at the center, of whom more than 25% are from other countries.
Este es un centro que se aprecia de ser un centro de excelencia en investigación de cáncer, que hasta ahora ha sido capaz de reunir los mejores investigadores en investigación básica de cáncer, en patología molecular, en genética de cáncer, en desarrollo de drogas.
None of this would have been possible without proper funding and a flexible administrative model, which have permitted the CNIO to attract first-level research groups, not only local but also international, as well as rendering it able to advance a new model of overall research that encompasses from the fundamental investigation of molecular mechanisms to the discovery of new drugs.
Tenemos una comunión perfecta de ideas, de intereses y de ganas de trabajar para poder llegar al paciente de cáncer lo antes posible los últimos descubrimientos, no solamente, por supuesto, que se hagan en el CNIO, sino todos los descubrimientos que se puedan hacer en la comunidad científica internacional.
It can be said today that these objectives have been achieved, but further research remains to be done. As Ortega y Gasset once said, we can only advance forward if we look afar. With the advance of the clinical research program, CNIO is making fundamental progress towards a new hope for these patients affected by various types of cancer, for which there are still no effective treatments.
El programa de investigación clínica nace como la culminación un poco de todo lo que ha sido la trayectoria de CNIO en los últimos años, que se ha caracterizado por una investigación básica de un gran nivel. Y esto es, en este momento, pues este programa va en cierta medida trasladar toda esa investigación a lo que es la razón por la que hacemos esto, que son obviamente los pacientes, y que nuestro programa, pues yo creo que abre una puerta de esperanza en ese sentido.
The clinical research program at CNIO relies on state-of-the-art technology that is complemented by molecular procedures developed by the research units at the center in order to obtain fundamental information about the nature of each cancer, ensuring in this manner the success of the program. To be noted is the design of new generation sequencing, which allows the researchers to decode individual tumor genomes, which in turn permits us to unveil all mutations responsible for tumor development, and thus enables us to apply the best individual therapy.
This is somewhat unique in an academic setting where we cover the full spectrum from target identification and validation to drug discovery, medicinal chemistry, and then preclinical development, and then be able to take the drugs that we discover here and develop and put them into the hospitals to treat the patients.
CNIO evolves thus through the clinical research program into a comprehensive cancer research center, allowing it to fulfill the purpose of its founding, which was to shorten the time elapsed from the beginning of the research until the oncological patient can benefit from the results of each study. Because, in the fight against cancer, time is fundamental. CNIO's new program is unique in the sense that, for the first time in Spain, this kind of research through clinical testing is encouraged and funded by public research institutions and not by the pharmaceutical industry, even if such joint ventures are being considered in the future.
Va a permitir traer a nuestro medio nuevos medicamentos y nuevos fármacos que van encaminados a ayudar a estos pacientes en los estadios más avanzados de su enfermedad.
Thus begins a new and most important era in the field led by CNIO, with the support of the Comunidad de Madrid through the Consejería de Sanidad and the Ministerio de Ciencia e Innovación, along with the Ministerio de Sanidad y Consumo of the Spanish government. These institutions will finance and provide the necessary infrastructures and clinical services until the clinical program obtains its own funding.
Estamos seguros que pondremos en marcha uno de los programas de investigación oncológica clínica más competitivos, no ya de España ni de Europa, sino del mundo entero.